Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Mashinky. Now where we left off, we were in the process of connecting this forest over here because we actually had a quest for it here, a deforestation quest. We need to deliver 1,000 logs from the forest near Halifax, which is this one, in 15 years. So, we're going to want a depot over here, I think. I think this is far enough away to deserve its own depot. And I will just stick a pretty basic sort of depot connection here. How can I get it to play nice with me? I think that'll do the trick. Okay, so we need our basic sort of signaling here. This will allow trains in and around. Like so. So trains will be able to enter the depot. Oh, you know what? This is actually bad. I need this to be able to go in this way if it can. Right. So, trains can come in, loop out that way, trains can come in here, and then the depot is just for picking up stuff. So this train station also produces coal. And we are going to do... We're going to ignore the coal, basically, is what we're going to do. Unless, isn't there like a thing here you can do a burner? Yeah, the steam sawmill. Eventually we will want to bring the coal in, but for now, for the short term, we're going to just do regular... We're going to use the Baldwin, even though we were really close to finishing. We're going to use the Baldwin with Studingers. We're going to go to station 9 and then go to station 5. You may as well start. We're going to want to get a second one of those. We will want to also tell this train to full load here. Full load at station 9. And I'll just tell that train to go now. So it should get a full load of wood. There we go. And I'm going to make a second copy of that train, a 460 Baldwin, with another bunch of these Studingers. And I will copy these orders. And it'll have to wait. So we do need to do signaling here, which is an unfortunate and expensive process. We'll get started over here, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like so. I'll delete these ones. Oh, train has been stopped the signal. You're just stopped here because you're waiting for this train to leave. That's fine. That's not a big deal. We can ignore this one. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So whenever there's a corner involved, because of the way diagonals work, I always just add a couple of tracks when I'm doing my counting. 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be there, not there. And this is just typical sort of making sure your signals are spaced well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's not exactly interesting, but you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is an important part of the infrastructure because it allows my infrastructure to expand in the later portions of the game. That should actually be there and there. I think that suits better. But you know, you don't have to be exactly precise. You can actually kind of wing it. Like you can just go, yeah, that looks about right. And that's what I often do when I'm on diagonals. I just I'll zoom in to a certain point, and then when the screen is... When the old signals are on the left-hand side of the screen, for example here, I'll build new signals in the middle of the screen. And that's just, you know... There's lots of different ways to make it easier on yourself to build signals. But really the important thing is just finding a methodology and a strategy that works for you. It's also really important to pay attention and make sure that you build your signals correctly because nothing is worse than building signals that do not connect nicely. So this is going to want to go this way. This wants to come in like this. You want to turn to the right, you also want to go straight. So this should allow people to cross each other's paths without too many issues. As long as I don't saturate the network too heavily, there shouldn't be any issues. Alright, so let's watch this train. We want to make sure that this train, it's always important, after you set up your signals, watch the first train that goes, because that's the train that's going to tell you if your network is working, right? If this train can't get to where it wants to go, then your network is fucked and you need to try and fix it. So there's a little bit of congestion here, which isn't ideal, but we can live with that. So you're heading over here, you're going to drop off your planks. Or your logs, rather, not your planks. You'll swing into this. Okay, I'm going to watch this train now as it goes. So it looks like he's going to make it just fine. Great. So great, now we have a lot of logs landing in here. So what do we want to do next? Well, I mean, there's a few things we could do. Probably the big one is we're going to save up here. And save up a bit of cash here. I will repay these loans that I took out to get myself down to a nice level. Let's go check. Have these towns grown at all? Curious. It looks like it has grown a little bit. It seems to be generating more, although somehow there's a piece of wood in this station. That occasionally happens, and I'm not entirely sure how it happens, but it just seems to fairly regularly. I would like to get a restaurant up to try and increase my income. That could be a good one. I think I have plenty of income, though. So what I may do is have a look around here. I could connect up another town to my network. I could get a passenger train going from Lincoln to Cambridge. And we are using these kind of very basic cross-network crossings right now. These are not ideal to be using long term, but in the short term, they work just fine. Short term, low traffic, these sort of things work fine. You can see how trains can relatively easily pass each other without major issues. There's a little bit of slowdown here and there, but generally speaking, my rail network seems to be operating at a decent capacity. Okay, so I think I will, since I already have the infrastructure in place, I will go ahead and connect up Lincoln to the network. I want to capture as much of the town as possible, and I think the best place to do that from is around here. If I backed up like this, this captures a lot of the town, and if I put a extension here, a waiting room right here, this will capture even more of the town. And later on I can build a oh wow, there's coal hoppers here and iron ore hoppers. Extra capacity and loading speed, signal boxes. Signal box is an amazing one, because it increases the catchment area again, which will allow me to capture this. So we want to connect this up to here, and we have plenty of cash to do so. So what height are you at? You're at 10, and up here is at a 15, so we're going to want a gradient of 5 at some point here. Well, I tell you what, we're going to do it along this line here. So this is the tile. I'll just make a little dip here so I know where I'm trying to get to. And then I want a area like this for the terminal crossover. This is just the way I like to build. You know, there's plenty, as I said before, there's plenty of different ways you can play this game. So let me go ahead and start combobulating things in an intelligent manner. I need you to turn. Okay, very good. You need to turn as well. There we go. So we have our turning, and we need to sync up with this piece of land. So let me go ahead and get myself over there. 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're almost there. So this is the line here then. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And now you're in line. And we can start climbing. Let me go ahead and lower this down to 11. And then this will go down to 12. This will go down to 13. This one will go down to 14. This one will go down to 15. And then we will do a cut. We'll probably cut a straight out of this. So we've got our 5 climb here for one of the tracks. We want to cut straight through this if we can. I want to minimize how much time we spend. We want to minimize how much time we spend going up dips and stuff like that. There we go, a little bit of work going into this. I'll just do it slowly as the cash comes in. So we've almost got the first station part of the station connected up here. There's a little bit of work left in this. There we go. Just again, I'm keeping an eye on this cash down here because we're not exactly rolling in money right now, which is why we're connecting up another passenger station. We have to continue here. Okay, we just got a nice influx of cash. Now I could take a loan here and that would be probably faster. But who wants to take loans, eh? Okay, I'll use the flatten tool here to just bring this stuff in line. Like so. Excellent. And then we'll bring you up to here. You're going to turn. You're going to come up the hill yourself. We're going to connect straight across like this. I won't quite connect the tracks yet because I have a little bit of work to do in retooling these signals. I need to get rid of them, primarily, is what I need to do first. This needs to connect in like this. This needs to connect in like this. Now these passenger trains have no intention of turning to the right, so we don't need to have a right turn here. But we do need some fairly adept signaling here to make sure that the trains can get where they need to go. Now there is the potential for blockages here, but I'm only going to have one train going back and forth between these stations. And I think I will build a depot here actually. So let me kill this signal so I can build a depot here. Skadoosh. And that should do the trick. Like this. Okay, excellent. I'll get a Baldwin. I'll also wait for some money to come in so I can build this passenger train up a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We got our 5 passengers. I will set you to go to station 8 and then to station 10. So you are going to wait for this train to deposit. And then you'll pull out. You'll go in. There we go. Great work. You'll pick up the passengers. You'll move out. Since only one train is going to be using this stuff over here, I don't really need many advanced signals, but I will set up the signal infrastructure for the for later on, essentially. Really is all that's for. It's not super necessary, but it does the trick. But you're going to pick up passengers here, and you're going to be generating more cash for me. And so this is just a way. It's a reusing your infrastructure for multiple trains. It's just a way to increase the amount of revenue you generate from an already existing infrastructure. This actually worries me a little bit because there's a potential for a backlog of trains here. I'll have to keep an eye on it. This is going to be a very problem area, and it's probably going to be where I want to implement maybe a more advanced a more advanced thingy here. In fact, I'm probably going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to quickly... I'll wait until this train clears. And then I'm going to retool this real quick just to make it a little bit more friendly for trains. To prevent potential blockages. So we'll have to kill off all this stuff here. Then we're going to pull this piece of track back a little bit. We're going to make a bridge. Out of stone, so it needs to be 6. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this is 3, 4, 5, 6 long. Okay, it's going to be out of stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it needs to go up in the air 1 tile. Okay. And that should allow me to... from this tile here... go like this. And then if I build a bridge... Huh. Oh, there might be this piece of track here might be causing an issue, right? Is that... This should work. I've done this before. Well, I guess we're going to make edits then. Okay. We'll do this like that. Then we'll go 1, 2... Oh, it needs to be bigger. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll raise up the terrain like this. Oh, can't build on rock, eh? Well, a single raise will bring down the price of the bridge at least. If I do it right. And then if I go bridge from here to here. So instead of being the 3 whatever it was going to be, it's 280. For example, if I make the same size bridge 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, it'd be like 3 something, whereas this, a little bit of terraforming saves you a little bit of money. Oh, this can actually be closer now, so let me raise you up and then grab the bridge like so. Now, some of you are probably going to be asking, what the hell is he doing over here? Trust me, it'll all make sense in a moment when I'm finished. And the basic idea is that I don't want, if the train coming from this direction has to wait, I don't want it to block the intersection, is basically what I'm doing. So this actually needs to go, because I need these to connect like this. Now I need a signal here, and then I need this to connect. Can I lower this? No. So this is just the way it has to be. Like so. There we go. We did it. It was a little bit complicated and it took a minute. But now we have... we have created something where if a train is coming from this direction, it shouldn't block trains trying to leave this way, which should prevent this station from getting jammed up. It's not pretty. It's not perfect. But it will do the job that I am asking it to, which is to prevent blockages. I'll put another signal at the bridge. Alright, so that should do the trick now. So that should avoid any major blockages over here. We're starting to get into the more complex construction, trying to keep in mind sort of preparatory measures to keep bridges from, or to keep railways from getting clogged up. Alrighty, so we now have enough to go into the steam age. Baboosh. And so a lot of things are going to happen on the map right now. We're going to need more of these things to go into the next era. But most importantly, all sorts of new things started appearing on the map, most notably mail. So we want to look for some towns here, if we can find them. Now, if I go in here, I can actually show you some of the new stuff that we have available to us. In the depot, you can see we have now some new engines. We have the CSD 321, which when you compare this to the 2.6 Porter, for example, it has nearly double its horsepower. It weighs nearly double as well. It's much shorter. It has a higher operating cost, but it also has a higher top speed. When you, for example, we also have available to us the 284 Class 65 train, steam train engine, which has a top speed of 90 miles an hour, has a horsepower of 719, with a weight of 113 tons and an operating cost of 1 coal token per month. So we are going to want to use a few of these on maybe our bigger long haul sort of things. This would have been actually ideal for this sort of long haul because it needs to get up to speed. Quite a long train, but not quite as long as some of these other ones. So I want to get some mail routes set up because they're actually quite profitable. And it looks like I have been blessed with some mail over here. Interestingly, this post office is like hidden in the forest or something. I can't see it if I zoom out. There's something going on with the draw distance here that I'm a bit confused about. I think there's like a bug going on in this build, where if you zoom out, things seem to disappear. Probably just a bug. Anyway, we did get new quests. We have almost finished the delivering of the logs. But for example, if we go down to here, we have an opportunity. The recently discovered deposits of iron ore are very exciting. Foundries have government support to process more iron ore, but it can't transport itself. This is the perfect moment for a company to enter this market. We successfully negotiated support from local authorities, but as a part of the contract, they want us to transport coal too. So I would like to set up a coal and iron network to a foundry. Let's see if I can find a foundry. Okay, there's a foundry over here. Oh, here's coal and iron right beside each other, and then there's a nearby foundry. This is perfect. Kind of see it's kind of buggy. There's like a Z level draw distance thing going on here, where it's not drawing these things correctly, but I think basically what's happening here is if you look at the foliage on the ground, like you see this grass stuff, you can just see on the edge of my screen it's getting undrawn, and the draw distance on these buildings are also having issues. You know, it's an early access game. It's to be expected. It does make things a little bit more awkward though. However, we can move coal to the foundry near Hull. And we can do a combo. A combo from here. We'll just get this set up to do maybe simple stuff. Let's see. Right. So what do I want to do here? I want to start generating iron as soon as possible. So I'm going to unpause here. I'm going to maybe see if I can flatten the terrain around here. It's kind of awkward not being able to see the building. Maybe you know what we'll do? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Maybe we'll pause the game. Oh, here we go. That made it visible. Maybe updating it properly. I'll tell you what we'll do, right? We're going to pause for a moment here. We're going to save the game. This will be Let's LP Season 1, Episode 4. We'll save there. And what we're going to do is we're going to quickly load the game and hope that fixes the draw distance thing. So let me now go ahead and take a peek at some of these guys. Okay, it looks like they're showing up now. Yes, okay, so that reloading the game looks like it fixed it. Okay, so let's go into construction menu here. We want to have a little bit of a survey of what are the height levels. So this is at 11 and this one is at a 10. So there is not much of the difference between them. Let me go ahead and grab a station here. There's a major station. We will also flatten this out for a... Well, you know what we'll do? Change my mind. We'll have a little rampy going down here. Like so. And there. We'll do the cross links just a little bit further away from the station than usual. We'll go straight through like this. Oh, you know what? This is actually a bad move because it also needs to be delivered to a Toolworks. Maybe this was a bad move. Well, I'm already invested, so I can't really stop. I could have connected up this guy. I could have made an offshoot here and connected up this foundry and then delivered that to this Toolworks. That would have been way better. But I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. We'll build a whole new network over here for just iron. So I'm going to want to unpause here while we build our infrastructure nice and slowly. I'll just go down to thingy. Okay, they want me to buy a new locomotive. Although I don't know how I'm going to buy that one because I don't know where that one is contained. Let me go see if I can find that in my depot. I don't see that in there. There's also new wagons. For example, if I just highlight the passenger wagons, you can see here the second class wagon here. It has a higher capacity. It has a higher weight too, but it also has a higher length. There's mail wagons too. I believe you get a new... There's 2 iron ore wagons. There's one Fisher, which just allows you to carry a little bit. And then there's a slightly longer Linz too, that allows you to carry a lot more. With the same weight, so it's actually really weight efficient, this one. And then we have the 2 Talbots, they already existed. And then we have the Ignaz Schützel. Okay. It's a bit jarring to have all the train names in like in German, and then all the city names are like British towns. Okay, so we have a fairly straight path here, which is ideal. We'll eliminate a bit of this. We've got a straight path coming in this way. We'll do a little bit of ramping. See if we can't get this to play nice with the terrain. Like so. We do a little bit of elimination. Alright, that looks nice. Now we've got to go up a little bit. Would it be worth my while to bring this down? Well, this is already at an 8. So I have no problem just smoothing this out a little bit. I don't want to completely eliminate it, but I want to make it a little bit easier to navigate for my trains. I don't want to be going up too much and I don't want to be going down too much. I will do this and this. And there we go. That looks just about right there. It's smoothened, but we haven't completely eliminated the terrain. Now there's going to be a drop-off point here. And I think what we're going to do is come in like so. Relatively inexpensive to do this. Oh, I misclicked there. I want to grab from here. Pull this all the way forward. I think what's going to happen here is there's going to be a 3-way sort of thing going on. No, I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Right. I mean, really, I only need 1 station here for the short term. Because this isn't going to be a shared network for the short term. So I'll just have this be like this. I want to come in over here. So this needs to... I need to have a fairly straight piece of track here. Can I bring you down in height? I can. Okay, great. And then I need to bring you up in height. Let's get the station out. So that needs to be flattened a little bit. There, like that. Get that station out there. These need to be connected. So we will go straight down to here. And there we go. Right. we have the iron mine and the coal mine connected up to the foundry. We're going to continue this in the next episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that though, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.